Hey there, everyone. This is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach for the Small Biz Society. How is everyone doing this evening? I am excited to be with you all today. I thought today, because it is Biz Tip Tuesday. So in Biz Tip Tuesday, where is my, hold on one second. There we go. All right. Biz Tip Tuesday. It's we're entering in the end of the month of October, so I hope that your October so far has been profitable and prosperous for you. Certainly, it's been really busy for myself, I have to say, and I'm going to be making some adjustments. So look out for that in a good way. I always think that change is good, but sometimes, as I used to do in my other entity business, when I do a lot of change management coaching. Change is good. You go first. So are you going to be a go first person, or are you going to be a lagger? Are you going to be a leader, or are you going to be a lagger? So with that said, I thought it'd be a great opportunity if you have not already been doing this, because I know some of you are new. Some of you may not have even given this some thought, but you do want to think about, you do want to think about how you're going to end out your year. Now, depending on the type of business that you have, it could look different for you. Some of us have very seasonality types or season sensitive businesses, and some of us can we can kind of coast through the whole year doing what we're always doing. However, why not take advantage of the opportunity to sorry, my screen keeps flickering and I'm not sure why. How you can take advantage of the time that we have together. So that being said, I wanted you to think this in your head if you haven't done so already. But what are you going to do for Black Friday? Now, some of you might think Black Friday is only for retailers, and it's so far from the truth. There's a lot of different ways that you're going to be able to take advantage of this window in time. But I might be getting ahead of myself. So why don't I do this and give you a quick update, or at least a quick review of what is Black Friday and why would you even be worried about it? Well, Black Friday gets its name. Well, first of all, when is Black Friday? I'll answer that first. So Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. So after you've stuffed yourself, it's an opportunity. There's a shopping window of time. It's like we officially start seasonal shopping in the United States. I believe it also takes place in quite a few other countries. So what I'm about to share with you typically is taking place in the United States. So there are two huge shopping days in the year, particularly for online businesses. So for those of you who have an online business, and even if you don't, and you have an online aspect of your business, I want you to tune in, listen up, because there is an opportunity coming up just in this month alone, of November rather, that's going to be coming up that if you haven't given it any thought, now is the time to do so. I'm going to challenge you to put together any type of an offer or an idea that you can put together. So I want to throw to you a couple of questions, and then I'm just going to offer you a couple of different ideas that you may want to think about. I'm certainly going to be doing it for the first time myself, so I'm kind of excited. My wheels have been spinning, and I think I know what I'm going to do. Don't have it down just yet, but with a little help from my coach and a little help with some research, I think I got my eye down packed. So I'll share that with you in a little bit. Not today, in a little bit. But there are two high seasonal shopping days out of the year that we celebrate, in a sense. And for retailers and for business owners, this could make or break your year. It can either make up for what you didn't do during the regular year, that it can kind of give you a little even keel and kind of balance you out. Particularly for those of you, if you're watching this as a rerun or as a repeat video, we are in COVID. And so even now it's more sensitive. So people are shopping more online than they're going to go out into the stores doing those Black Friday types of incidences. So again, Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving in the US is always on a Thursday. It's the last Thursday in the month. And so 2020 is going to look and feel quite a bit different. So I wanted to give you 5 things for you to think about when it comes to whether you should even do a Black Friday type of an offer and what that could look like for your business. So I'm kind of thinking out loud with you guys. So if you have any ideas that's popping in your head that you feel that could be offered to other people, I do want you to go ahead and put it in the comments. And for those of you who haven't met me before, I am Dr. Yam, the Keep It Simple coach for the Small Biz Society, where DIY entrepreneurs get it done, learning, leading, and launching the business and growing their business using content marketing strategies. Now, if you are new, I want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining the group. For those of you who are watching inside of YouTube or inside of Twitter, hey, how y'all doing? And so now I want to go ahead with some ideas. So again, what are your 5 questions that I framed for you that I want you to really give some thought to when it comes to a Black Friday offer? And don't be afraid. There's room for everybody, but I found out that you do need to put a little thought in it. Don't do what others do and throw something out there and just think it's going to just magically work for you. You need to kind of actually be building up to this. So I'm going to throw you 5 questions to help you to think about that you should be asking yourself, even if that's something you ought to be doing. Okay, so here's question number 1. Get my screen here. Sorry. Should I do an offer? And the answer to this is maybe. 1, do you already have a product or a service that's already created? Not something that you need to create already. And the reason why I say this to you is do not put yourself under undue stress. You want to pull something either off the shelf. So for those of you who are retailers, or those of you who have inventory, you want to get rid of everything that you possibly have, right? So you want to make specials and do your offer around content or services you already have. Now, can you tweak it a little bit? Can you make it a little theme oriented for the season if it can fit into that mold? Great. If not, then the message has just got to be about how you're going to be able, again, to problem solve for your potential customer with that solution of a product or a service. Now, you can always wrap language around it that is seasonal in nature, either if you're buying or selling this. Now, remember, people can gift and buy stuff even for themselves. So I want you to just think about it. Should you? Maybe. That's the question. In fact, let me make sure I stick it up here. Sorry, my screen is, there we go. So that's going to be question number 1. Should you even do an offer for Black Friday? And again, what do you already have? If you have physical inventory, my suggestion is probably hell yeah. Put it out there, repackage it, repurpose it. And I don't mean repackage it physically. I'm just saying there may be opportunities for you to put together an offer specifically for Black Friday that you may not have ever done before. But it is going to be a way for you to move your inventory. So how can you do that? So should you do an offer? Yes. But I also suggest at this point, if you haven't already put an offer together already, it is November the 1st or soon to be. So what I suggest you do is do not put yourself under any duress, stress trying to create a product. However, there is another way that you may be able to make some money, and that is selling somebody else's stuff. So we'll come back to that in a minute. But should you offer? Yes, no, or maybe? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Now, question number 2 is, hold on, why is my screen? Okay. Question number 2 is, should you do, I'm going to put it on my screen here, sorry. Question number 2 you want to ask yourself is, Should you do a 1 day sale, a 3 day sale, or a week long sale? Now, depending on who your customer is, and again, your pricing, and if it's enough of a draw, you may consider you only do a 1 day sale, set it and forget it, and it's done, and then you don't have to work anymore. And if it's advantageous just to do that. The reason why I say that you need to consider the length of that particular sale is it requires a lot more lead time and a lot more follow up time. Not to say any one of those are good, bad, or indifferent. All of them have value. It's all about whether or not you see what that is something that you care to carry out. Now, a 1 day sale could just mean that it's going to be an offer that you're promoting all the way up into just that Black Friday day, and people can buy it all day long, but at midnight it says bye bye, and it's only good for the day. So how you offer it and how you package it and how you market it is going to give you the more bang for the buck for that 1 day sale. Now, if you do it as a 3 day sale, you're also going to give people a lot more time to think about it. So that's the other difference between doing a 1 day sale and doing a 3 day sale is you're giving people a larger window of time to make a decision. Now, that's not to say you could, kind of like Amazon Prime Day, right? You could say it's a 3 day sale, but only that you're going to release and do offers over the 3 days, and each day is something different. Now, you could do that. So there's another way to keep focus on one product and just keep pushing that one product over a course of 3 days. So it could be a product a day. So there's ideas that you could wrap around that. And then it could be a whole week long type of a sale that you might want to offer. You can do anything. They all are popular, but you do need to decide which or how long do you want that offer to run, because how you market it also is going to hold true. So that's something else to really think about. Should you do a 1 day sale, a 3 day sale, or maybe a week long sale? Check out what your competition is doing. What did they do last year? That can give you some indication. If you can kind of do some research around what was popular, what worked, what didn't work, if you're really watching your competition. So always think about that when you're doing these things. Another thing that you want to think about is, should you sell the week before Black Friday? Now, here's something that again others are giving some ideas to, and that is, do I want to get ahead of the competition and do my offer before the Black Friday window even gets started, so you can get ahead of the game, give people the discounts, and then you can be biting off a portion of that target population that you might be vying for. But again, you just cut yourself off a week in preparation. So again, it's all in the planning. So could you sell a week before Black Friday? Certainly you could. The question is, should you? Do you think there's an appetite out there for that? And what advantages would you give to someone if they bought before Black Friday, assuming that they did so after or during Black Friday? So that's another question to ask yourself, because there could be a viable option in doing so. So always think about how that could look for you. And then, of course, the fifth question is, you guessed it, should you keep selling after Black Friday? Now, you can keep selling, but that doesn't mean that your offer has to stay the same. And what I mean by that is you can keep ticking up the prices the longer it stays online. That's a strategy. So it's always better to have that FOMO moment where you're at telling people, yes, Big Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday is going to be the ideal day to get a super discount. And then if you wanted to say, but if you do, and then you can offer even a larger offer, or maybe your package or your bundling is a bit different. You don't have to discount all the time. Just because it's Black Friday doesn't mean you have to discount. It just means that you may be adding more value to the package. So there's all different ways in which you can do those types of bundling offers. So you may start with a larger bundle and you start taking things away, but is it still of value to your customers that they'll still want to buy it? So there's other opportunities where you can extend it and sell after Black Friday. So is it should you or shouldn't you? Again, everything that you're doing and as you're thinking about these questions is it requires effort and it's going to require work. So then you have to also think about, am I worth is my time? Do I have the time to give the dedication and the thought necessary for me to do this type of work? Marketing takes effort, it takes time. And so, what will that look like for you? So, if you extend it over past Black Friday, what will that look like different than maybe the Black Friday sale? And again, can you keep selling it, but maybe you're selling and doing something different? So, that's another question you need to ask yourself. Last question is sorry. The last question is, should I offer to set up my I'm sorry. What should I offer to set up my company and my customer up to win? So, in this particular case, somebody asked me this question. So, what should I offer to set my company up and my customer up to win? So, in this particular case, if you're just starting your business, this could be a wonderful time for you to launch a new idea. Most of you in the Small Business Society have already started your business. And so this may not be it, but you may be doing a relaunch or you may be doing something else. But what could you offer that's going to set your company up for success, as well as it going to be something that your customers are going to really like? Look at your past inventory, your past sales, your past efforts, what worked, what didn't work. Again, if you have physical products and you want to move them, this is the ideal time to do that. Package it differently, give it another name. And when I say another name, I meant just the offer is a name in and of itself. The products necessarily don't have to be repackaged and rebranded. Don't get yourself caught up in that. It's not necessary, but you're trying to move products down the line that you may not have done it before. You may say, we're taking stuff out of archives. This is only going to do it one time a year. This is the only products that we won't see this again. So there's different ways in which you can do it, but it's going to be a win-win for both you and your customer. So what offer, what product can you use to put it out there so that there could be a win-win for the both of you? Now, you're wondering, okay, now that you're saying all that, what could an offer look like? So now that we're thinking, okay, it's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm going to have essentially 2 weeks if I haven't done anything already and given that any thought. And now I put this earworm in your ear about Black Friday. What am I going to do next? So there are there's Black Friday and there's also Cyber Monday. So I'm going to throw those both under the same umbrella for you guys, because you may think, okay, I can do something on Black Friday and I can run it again for Cyber Monday. And again, it's just all in how you package it. But there's no true rules when it comes to these 4 days between Friday and Monday. It's 4 days full that you can take advantage of and schedule out the way that you like. And you have the freedom to do that. But a real Black Friday means that people are really looking for a true discount or true deal that they might not ever see again because they waited until this end of the year. And you might be thinking that, okay, this is an opportunity for me to start a annual tradition on a Black Friday offer that's totally separate. You can only get it this time of year. And you don't want to sell something that they would just wait, they could actually wait a whole year and do without. So you need to be thinking about, what is the offer that I'm putting in front of people that will be so good and juicy that it is worth having now, and you're not going to see it next Black Friday. You're going to see that offer now. Let me see, can I? Okay. So that's the one thing about your offer. And of course, your sales cycles for the year Is the fourth quarter is an opportunity to kind of round out your end of year season as well as your last quarter, and so Black Friday was kind of designed with that in mind. How can I move inventory, get in front of customers I might not have been able to get in front of before, but how can you do it in a creative way? That's where you may have some struggles. But you can certainly at least get a bump for your sales during this last couple of months and get some new customers that you can cater to for other events that are coming down the road. So to me, should you? Yeah, it's always worth it. Even if you're only doing it from a list building, there's nothing to say that you can't run a Friday offer that's solely for list building. It could be a very low ticket item or a freebie in and of itself, but it's all in how you package it so that you can get some fresh eyes on your product or on you as a brand awareness campaign. And then you're able to get those people on side of your email list, and then you can start marketing to them differently. So here are some ideas that you may want to consider when we think about Black Friday offers. One might be a deal of in a particular hour or a deal every hour. So again, during that window of time, how could you be creative in offers for Black Friday with your customers? And this could be, again, how you're doing it inside of your newsletters, on your website, on your social media pages, that you're running these things with your followers that you currently have. And then if you also want to run ads, you certainly can do that. So it's all depending again is who is your target audience going to look at. Are you looking at those that you currently have and you want to kind of feed to them and make them feel special that this Black Friday offer is only for my current customers and you may do something different for new customers? So there's a different ways that you can look at it. So a deal an hour is one idea, right? You can get a lot of high traffic coming that way. And when you're doing that, you can be posting something every hour and people are going to be on the lookout. So if you got really good content and products, people are going to look for it and they'll look and want to see what you're going to be posting every hour and share. Sorry. Now, another thing that you may want to do, again, depending on the type of business that you have, you want to think about maybe putting together a gift guide. Now, this is something that you would put together and have this before the event, or it could simply be that. And it can be a gift guide that's going to give all the different promotions that you have for the products you already have. And then how is it that you can help people to be in a gift giving mood and giving them suggestions like this particular product is great for this type of person or personality, and how you can help people check off things off of their purchasing list, right? So how can you give them a guide using your products, or even if you're using some of your affiliate marketing, you can plug in other people's products. So again, another opportunity that you have is sometimes you don't have to always sell your products and make a buck. If you have some affiliate marketing or a partner or two, maybe you can all three or four of your businesses can come together and create an offer between all of you that you can all benefit from. So there's a lot of different ways that you can create an offer that doesn't have to put a lot of burden on you. So think about it along those lines. And here's the thing. In that suggestion about your gift offer guide, you'll want to write a blog about it. You'll do some social posting around it, and then have the actual guide. It could be a simple list building event task in and of itself. Create a nice, beautiful, downloadable image, PDF document of the guide itself. Hyperlink everything to it that's going to your products and or to an affiliate. And then you're giving that for free as a list building idea, like I mentioned before. So gift giving guides are a great way to connect with potential customers as well as the ones that are already on your list, and give them some ideas and how they can apply and use the products that you sell or services as well. And always keep in mind that one of the best Christmas gifts people give are the ones they give to themselves. So always honor and make mention of the fact this is a great gift to give just for you. If you're a B2B, same thing can apply. And then, of course, there's opportunities like if you buy a regular product, you're going to get a gift for free. So there's that little bump when you say you buy something, you'll automatically get something that may be of value or something of low value that you're willing to give away, but you're still going to be able to sell the regular priced item that you have. So even if you're selling fashion or home decor or handmade items, like if you're a Shopify, this is another great way. Be prepared to bundle and give joy because people like to know that they feel special and that they're going to get something special in return for that item. Now, you can certainly set some minimums for that particular purchase. And you may say, if you buy anything on my website or in my store, $100 or more, you're automatically going to get X. It's best to give something that's either, if you're in a physical store, give them something they can get right away. Giving them the coupon may not be enough. So just make sure that you ask your customers, if I gave you this for free, would you see value in it? Sometimes simply asking people, you'd be surprised what they're willing to tell you. Like I said, you can also extend your Black Friday until Cyber Monday. That's another opportunity, particularly if you have the inventory. Now, Black Friday could also be the opportunity where you can release a new product. But again, that should have been well thought out ahead of time before, and not something that you're scrambling to do and throw out there. So, but it is an opportunity for you to release a new product that you may not have done before as a part of an end of year release, or you're just launching a new product and you're using this window of time because people are shopping, that you can market a new particular product. So that's an idea that you may not have thought about, but you can give some thought to. Now, there's some sneak peek deals is another way of offering, and in that particular case, you might release something maybe a day before, give a little piece of a puzzle, things like that. You can kind of get people interested in. So you may say this is a part of it, and then guess what it is. There's just ways you can kind of tease, put out videos on it, that type of thing. Or if you even want to get real creative, inside of Instagram, you can put together a grid that's like a puzzle, and each piece of the puzzle gets released every hour. And then when they decide what it is, then there's a link to go to that product. And then you, again, create some momentum. So there's different ways that you can kind of take advantage of the fun and make it interesting for potential and current customers. Don't forget, of course, to think about your hashtagging and make sure that you tap into effective hashtags, things that are happening. Look at your Instagram for the holidays. Type in the words such as Black Friday, Cyber Monday, sale, hashtags. Let's see, hashtags are going to be Black Friday, Cyber Monday, sale, Black Friday sale, Black Friday deal, or purchase deals. Those are kind of the popular kind of Instagram tag hashtags you can think about. Do some research on your hashtags so that you can kind of fall in line with that. Now, if any of you have actually been doing some ad spend, then of course you want to be strategic in putting some ads out there if you haven't done so already. Again, to your targeted audience, make sure that you're putting in that you have everything lined up for the purchase. So your e-commerce needs to be already set in order for you to take on the oncoming orders that might be coming in, as well as people coming into the stores if you are or storefront type of a business or entity. So just be prepared to have all of your e-commerce set up and ready. If you said you have a sale and you have a discount, please make sure that the discount is set in your WooCommerce or inside of your PayPal or in any type or your Stripe, whatever settings that you have. Double check your settings in your e-commerce platform so that everything works smoothly. The last thing you want to do is you don't want to ward off a unsatisfied customer who didn't get to close the cart. And the worst thing about carts being left is when it doesn't work and they don't see a coupon code work or they don't see a link work. They're going to be like, I'll find something else and move on. So make it as seamless as you possibly can. Okay. Another idea that I thought about I think that was, if I've ever told you already, you can grab my content marketing calendar, and that's inside of the Facebook group and also on my page. And I'm going to give you a link to that as well. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I get you the right one. But I do have a content planner. So this is also can apply to your promotions, and everything is there so you can take a thoughtful way of looking at your content marketing. So give me a link here and planner. Here we go. So take a look at the content planner. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments. Alrighty, there you go. So there's an opportunity for you to try a planner, and I'm going to have to put this inside of my group here because there we go. You want to think this out a little bit more than just an idea, then try my content planner. You can just go to bit.ly// Dr. Yam Content Planner, and there you can download the free planner tool, and then you'll be in good company as far as getting all your ideas and all your thoughts on paper and then start to execute. Now, there are some apps that can actually help you with your promotion. So you want to take a look at that. If you're a Shopify app, they have some things that's going to help you with your promotions. There's an app. Let me see, where's my other one? It's called Upsell. That's going to help work with you as far as making sure that you can help you with your promotions. And let me make sure I put that one up. So Upsell, here we go. Yeah, Upsell is an app that is going to help you to promote your offer. So take a look at that. It's not necessarily free, but it's worth the investment. I say take a look at it. You can use it all day long, but obviously it's going to be good for you right about now for doing some of your promotions. It's going to be able to increase your average order as well because of the way in which they kind of build in some like tripwires. So you have that to look into. Now, there's another cool tool. I saw somebody do this. They actually like do this in what's the stores? Like a J.C. Penney. It's kind of called mystery savings, where if you kind of like a scratch off, and so you can do that too. There's this cool tool called Zembula. So I'm going to do that. Zembula. It's kind of like a scratch card, and so you can try that as another incentive. So where you're able to, let me turn that off. There you go. So Zembula is a tool or an app, like so it's a browser-based application. But what it allows you to do is to add these kind of like scratch-off coupons that you're able to give to your customers when they come to a particular page, or they only get it when they go on their checking out. So it's only applied when they're in the person's person. They're just going to get this surprise additional coupon code that they would add. And I think that's like super duper cool. I'm always looking for a great coupon code. Now, of course, you got to be willing to take the cut. So if you're willing to take the cut, great. So what I would say to you is there's ways in which you would place that on your website, on your retail, if it's part of your checkout. You can offer it as a pop-up, something along those lines. But it's just another strategy for you to market your promotions in a way that's fun and that your customers will find it valuable, that you're willing to give them an opportunity to take advantage of a discounted offer. But again, you've got to already build that into your cost factors when you're doing these types of savings. So always keep that in mind. Now, another thing that you could do with these offers during the holidays is that you can consider that part of, and rather than giving something away, that you're giving it as a part of a donation. So all purchases on Black Friday, you could just do something just as simple as donation day. And what you're saying is that 10% or 7% of all sales, regular sales that are done during Black Friday, all that money is going to go to charity. You make a good background story from it. You send a check and or submit it however you're doing it with your particular charity of need, and that's another way that you can be creative, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. So that's a real simple way to ease into the holiday. It's simply by getting people engaged in a cause that you already are a part of, and that they can become a part of it too. This is another way how you're able to make connections with your customers, that they see that, oh, wow, this is a person who is like-minded, like myself, that has similar a cause that they're worthy of being able to contribute to, and it can help you make those connections. So people are more likely to want to do business with you beyond the Black Friday day. So keep that in mind as another opportunity to make connections with your customers. Now, if you can make some printable gift cards, great. You can also send e-gift cards. There's templates out there for that. Shopify has those types of things. And then you may even create a club. So if you're a part of the club, you're already going to get the VIP types of discounts, but you got to be a member of the club, whether it's a paid for club or, again, in exchange for that email is going to get you in the club, and then you can get your discounts. So a tick for a tap. So that's another way of building up your list. So there's another freebie idea I just gave you. And like I mentioned earlier, partner with another partner with another business, a complementary business, or even somebody you might think is the competition, but there may be a creative competition in a healthy way. There may be an opportunity for you both to leverage an offer together, and that you're combining in that way, and then you're bringing both of those audiences together, and both of you can win at the same time. It's a way of being creative and building out your audience at the same time. So something to think about. So I hope you found these ideas to be helpful, and that you too can think about what is it that I could do differently, and are the 5 questions that I asked myself, am I going to play in the sandbox with the other Black Friday players this year? If not, maybe next year, or just maybe later on down the line. So give yourself something to think about, but do think about it. If not for this year, let this year be the year that you give real attention or watch what other people are doing. Take those ideas and those in that observation, and be able to think about how I'll do that. Take those ideas, combine them, and make your own, so that's something that you will be well prepared for going into next year's season. So there's always a way to take away ideas, even if you're not going to be able to partake in it. Then I say take an active part in being an observer, and see how far you can take those ideas and make them your own. I hope you found this to be a helpful one. Let me say, this is Dr. M. I am your Keep It Simple coach for the Small Biz Society, and let's get busy. Take care. Bye-bye.